All right, looks like they're all in and ready to go.
Yeah, a little bit of difficulties. It's okay though. And we have we're getting off already, which definitely this match is coming from the stats one-sided, but you can never count out academy players. There's always underdog stories that happen, and these teams have had the week to prepare. And a dunk from Paz just goes straight in, absolutely just destroys him. And Team Red, we actually haven't seen a lot. Oh, we haven't actually seen a lot from Team Red. So this is an incredible dunk, and he's talking JR, which is one of the most mechanically gifted players in academy.
Yes, just as you said, right now, you can't count out these teams. I mean, stuff like this can happen. Bad 50s all the time. Right now, Team Red's already up 1 goal with only 15 seconds. And right now, they got good possession. Steele is going to take this one, trying to get another touch, leaves it close to himself. But JR's going to beat him, hits it on the backboard. Cannoli's up, ready, and tie this one up. He starts it out under 30 seconds, 1-1.
Incredible aerial from Cannoli, just flies, or actually, yeah, flies from midfield. It gets so much power on it that he just puts it past Palace in net.
The second kickoff underway. We're going to have level 2 versus Sweetenard. They actually win it. JR's did not get the boost on that one, actually. It's going back into the corner. Steele's going to have the possession. Tries to pass it upfield to a teammate, but Level's going to be there to cut that one off. JR's going to actually get a great dunk and possibly have another touch to set up his teammate. And Cannoli is up, tries to get around 2 defenders, manages to get a great touch before his teammate leaves it back. They just can't seem to put this one in. And finally, Cannoli puts the follow-up touch in as they had a tough time the first 2 shots.
Definitely. Just taking that same post both times where they finally put in Canola. Great positioning to know to turn around and actually get he knows that he has an open net, so he turns around. And already 3 goals in the first 45 seconds of this game. So, and I always love that about Academy games. They're always incredibly high scoring because you see from Academy teams, it's always very good offense. And don't want to say lackluster defense, but I feel like offense is their main strong suit as Pal has his second goal of the game. And this way he just bangs this one from midfield. Incredible play from him.
Yeah, it's definitely a high offense game already. 1 minute down, we got 4 goals. This is going to be an interesting one considering this is the top team and the low team in this league. And it looks like Team Red's actually holding up pretty well, taking their opportunities when they have them. So, so far, like you said, yeah, you definitely can't count them out even though they're last.
Definitely, but maybe this Team Black roster isn't really used to this Team Red because I don't think they actually played each other in the last tournament. So Cannoli still knows how to shoot though, and a pass from Pastafarian. This is an incredible shot. Cannoli and Palas just absolutely carrying their teams. Both have the entire goals, but the assist from Seal and JR still incredible team pace.
Yeah, indeed. Cannoli already got 5 shots on board. Right now we have the, wow, 5th already, or yeah, I think 6th kickoff in this match. Right now, JR is going to fly up, try to get this one around 1 defender. Steele does manage to get a 50. He gets another 50 for his teammate, but JR is going to bang this one over to the side, trying to clear it, and they're going to keep giving it back to the defense. Finally, Cannoli has some time with the... Oh, well, it gets beat by 1, but now Level's going to have a little bit of time. Passes upfield, Swinner there is going to deflect this one away.
Yeah, what we saw from Team Black last week is just their level of passing. They were so above the other teams in Academy that they could just had so much awareness of each other on the field, and that's what allowed them to win last tournament last week. So I think that if they can bring that into this match, they definitely have a higher chance of winning, even though they are the top seed.
Yeah, so far they're showing some good promise so far on with like positioning and possession of the ball, not giving it away too often. And I like that about a team when you can do that, and it'll just leaves a lot of the pressure away. As right now they try to get something cleared away, but I think the other team was just very ready for this poor decision of a clear right there.
Definitely, Sweetheart getting his first goal, just absolutely, he really capitalized on the double commit, which we see that a lot from Academy. Is just the double commit. So I don't know if it's a lack of trust in teammates or just trying to hit the ball just to hit the ball, but the double commits are really what plague this team. And definitely, what I saw from this team, definitely last season, but we actually saw it already in this game, is the accuracy. If they sometimes when they're off, it's mostly just they cannot put the ball in the back of the net, and that will affect how you play, and it can change the pace of games. Cannoli goes for a shot though, and Pastafarian is up, tries to go for a 50-50, but JR is also there and plays the ball into the corner. Now he has time, has boost actually, trying to get the ball past mid, but Palas actually beats him. Now Cannoli has time, he's the third man, and he beats 1. He still has the ball though, taking his time. Trying to go for a beat on Sweenard, plays a 50-50 and just Steele saves him. And now JR booming the ball back into mid. A pretty close game so far.
Yeah, Cannoli has great awareness on the time with the possession of the ball. Right now, he's going up for an aerial, tries to get another touch, but managed to get round one, leaves it for his teammate JR with the close double tap, but a teammate is going to keep the follow-up there. Right now, Cannoli has a little bit of time, sets up at JR. He's going to go for the double tap. Let's see if he can put this one as Cannoli gets the demo, but they don't get the follow-up after. That would have been a great play by the Team Black right there. It would have been a perfect goal.
Definitely. I think JR, he may have been in contention for MVP, or maybe he even got it. I do not necessarily remember. But I know JR is one of the most mechanically gifted players in Academy, and he is showing he helped his team make that first place spot in the 301 points that got them into the first. So he is a major asset to this team, and he is showing it. He shoots right from there, and he actually beats the Sweeter, who actually, I don't think he thought he was going to shoot. So great awareness from JR to know he can shoot this ball.
Yeah, I mean, Team Black just has them beat on offense so far. I mean, they have like 12 shots on net right now. It's just showing you their high octane power on their offense so far. It's really playing out in their offense way better. I mean, I guess the meta is if you play more offense than defense, I guess more shots go in, right?
Definitely. The best defense is a good offense, as they say. But now Pala is trying to defend this ball, goes on the backboard. Now Kanoy challenges him, and Pastafarian misses the ball. This gives Pala some time, but it's weird. It dunks him, actually. And JR actually gets 50-50. The ball is sailing mid, but nobody on Team Red is there for it. That was an opportunity gone by. Now Pastafarian tries to beat him, but Palos actually dunks him. Now trying to play this ball past Cannoli, but Cannoli dunks him again. Cannoli is just playing some heads-up Rocket League right now.
Yes, great 50 out for his teammate. Varian has to get a little bit of time for his teammates right now. He's going to get touched around one defender, and now it's up in the air. Swinner's going to try to pass out to a defender, but JR is going to be there. Leaves it for his teammate, and Farian's going to try to get a double, but does manage to get beat by the defender. Cannoli sets up JR. JR going for the shot, and it's in. This guy knows exactly where to be when his teammates are setting him up. JR is just magnificent with his accuracy today.
Definitely. Maybe they improved it past week. That was an incredible shot. Got so much power from it when he looked like he wasn't even get a shot on target. And he should actually in the far post from the defender in net, so they couldn't get to it. They had to get they had to drive the most distance to get to it. But now this game, unless a miracle happens in 30 seconds, this game is basically a formality. But we'll see. You can never count games too out early.
Yeah, I mean, we're whining as the clock ticks down, 15 seconds left. I mean, I've seen it happen before, but as it keeps ticking, I don't think we're going to see anything other than a win from Team Black at the moment. Right now, they're just keep on this offense, pounding right back at their backboard. Cannoli going with another shot, but it looks like this one's over as 2 goals is needed, and it's only 1 second left. But, yeah, I mean, you know, keep their possession. I think they did a really well job coming out in the first game, though, honestly.
I think they did as well. I think Team Black may have just had that more experience coming into this game as the first seed, and as Team Red the last seed. It may just come down to experience, but I think the ability of Team Red to get 3 goals in that game is a real just game changer, because they're not getting destroyed in these games. They're putting up goals, and they're putting up offensive and pressure. So Team Black are really going to have to work for this win if they do want to win this series.
Right now, still with some possession, tries to pass it over to the defender. Cannoli's going to try to be a nuisance, but Swinner is going to send this one downfield as JR tries to get one around, but doesn't. Leaves it for a teammate, and now Cannoli has to get this one to safety and manages to get not the touch he wanted, as Paluzaz is going to be right there ready and put this one into the back of the net.
Paluzaz, he's the MVP for his team. He scored so many goals, and we're only in game 2. This man is just going to go up from here. He is making a statement to Team Black that they are here to win. Even if they are the last seed, you can never really count on seed, because this is a whole new, we are in a whole new tournament, so more points are going to be added. Of course, Team Black's points will be added to their overall score, but everybody has a chance to win in this split. But JR, an incredible shot from him, really showing his mechanical prowess. I think he pre-jumped this, actually. He jumped so early that just the defender in net didn't realize that he was going to actually hit the ball.
Yeah, I don't think he even you know, felt bothered by the defender being there. He just had a great placement and got it right under him. Right now, going in the third kickoff, Cannoli versus Swinner almost gets it past the second defender on the kickoff, but he is there. And now Swinner's going to try to touch the ball around, but Steele's going to be there to save it, and JR is going to block him. Tries to get over the last defender, manages to just get dunked, but Cannoli is there, and he is ready, man. This guy, these two are in actual sync together, these 2 games.
JR is incredible. He got the 50-50 and he bumped Stewart. I don't know how much it would have mattered, but he got an incredible bump, and actually the 50-50 set him up. So this is just a dynamic duo on offense, and we see that a lot in the Academy. We see usually not necessarily a full rotation of offense, but it's more of you have two offensive players who are constantly rotating in and out, and you have that laid-back third man in Impostafarian, which I don't think it's fake from Jay or actually gets him, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to have that laid-back third man. If it works, it works, as Team Black actually won last season, so their playstyle is really hard to counter.
Yeah, I mean, that is actually a really great play style to have when the third man is very subtle and just waiting behind that half line, as the two, like you said, they just keep rotating in and out of the corner. It could be deadly if they work around it pretty well. Right now, Cannoli trying to get a great 50 around Sweener, but doesn't manage to get it. He gets past two defenders. JR is going to have to keep this one to the side safe, and Cannoli actually sends this one to the corner. Palooza is there, though. Tries to get around Cannoli, doesn't manage. But now Cannoli is going to have possession with the ball. A little bit time for JR. Full boost. Let's see. He's going to take this ball for a ride. And he has the mechanics to show. But finally, Swainard is there and sends this one away.
Finally shut him down. You cannot let JR have that much space, and they realize that, as JR is so incredibly mechanically gifted, you cannot give him any space, and he's going to make you pay, as he already has a goal and an assist in this game. But now Sweener pops the ball in mid, trying to get a play started, but Pastafarian in the third man, cuts it off, hits the ball off the backboard. JR goes up for it, but can't beat Seal. And now Cannoli pops the ball in mid. Does he have a teammate? Pastafarian goes up for the ball, but actually gets a 50-50 towards his side, though. And now, ball bouncing towards mid. JR has time, actually gets challenged by two players. Cannoli goes for a shot, and Seal should have the save. He does have the save. Now Cannoli playing the ball back into mid. Is Pastafarian? Pastafarian is there, but gets beat by Palooza. And pretty even game so far, even if the score is only 2-1.
Yeah, definitely. Team Red has shown a little bit more promise this game. I like the more aggressive intensity towards like the first man. Like, they're not giving JR much space whenever he's trying to do his aerials off the wall. And right now there's an open break as they demo somebody, but Varian gets back just in time and manages to keep this game still to a deficit for the other team by 1.
That's one Team Red is going to want to have back. You don't really get that many open nets, and Pastafarian got lucky as he spawned on the right side, but that one definitely still should have gone in. But yeah, this game, a lot closer, a lot less saves for Team Red, and a lot less shots for Team Black. So really just more midfield pressure for both teams, actually. So, and maybe that first game was just a tester game. As a lot of series happen, it's when you really haven't played a team as well as these teams have, Team Black and Team Red really haven't faced off that much. You really want to use those first games and maybe the first minutes of a series to understand the other team, which JR perfectly understands Team Red as he gets his second goal of this series. And I think Cannoli, again, these two are just in sync together. Pastafarian actually went for it, but JR beat him to the ball and got I'd say a better shot. So JR really just showing his offensive prowess on the field.
Yeah, that first game, definitely you could tell they were kind of off hinge just a little bit, feeling each other out, but playing very aggressive. This game is going one other way with Team Black. They are absolutely dominating, and even getting kickoff goals like this, as Varian just has a great 50, leaves it right for his team, as nobody on Team Red pushed up with him. They're going to actually want to look back at this one and see if they could try to do anything else differently on those kickoffs instead of just giving away free goals.
Definitely, you hate to see a kickoff goal, but maybe another one? No, Palooza actually has a great save, and now the ball bounces mid. JR going for another double touch. He's insane on the field. Pops the ball mid. Seward goes for the own goal, gets the own goal. An incredible shot from Swedenard. I don't know how to say his name, but he own goals that. A little unfortunate from him, try to get the save, and just accidentally pop the ball on his own net. It happens to the best of us, and they just got to move on from that.
Incredible touch by JR. I mean, you can't knock him for that. Yeah, Swinar did finish the job for him, as right now it could be a little panicky in that area. But as Palooza is going to try to bring this one down the field with 1 minute left, it's a very great dunk, as if some teammate was there just to clean up and help him for the follow-up. Swinar is going to try to keep this one away from Team Black, as right now Cannoli has a little bit of time with the ball, gets it off the backboard, but Steele's going to be there, tries to put this one to safety, and now they're getting a little infield passing play. Cannoli going for a double touch, but doesn't manage to get the touch. JR gets dunked by Steele, and now Swinar is taking this one down the field.
You mentioned it a little bit, but do you think any of these players are feeling a little bit nervous in these games? Because these games are streamed on Havoc Esports RL, but do you think any of these players are feeling nervous because they are playing in front of a live audience?
Yeah, I mean, I could see how the nerves can get on some people if they've never been on live before. I mean, I have plenty of times, and I still get nervous from time to time. Even talking too. I mean, it's all fun in games in general, but then when you got a lot of people watching you, I guess the nerves can get some of these players, and if they haven't been in this situation many times. But right now for Team Black, doesn't look like any nerves is the problem with them. And Team Red, they had it a really good opportunity first game, but for some reason the second game, something has changed within these last 2 minutes that they need to figure out what they need to turn around.
Definitely, but an MVP performance coming out of Cannoli and JR. These players are playing phenomenally. Even though this is the first seed, though, this is the first game was very close, but this game is a almost shutout, a 6-1 scoreline. Maybe almost the Brazil could be scored for Team Black, but a scoreline very different from what we thought from the first game. The first game we thought would be just a little warm-up game to see how everybody.
At times, when it's a little tough, because just those extra seconds while your team is getting boost, setting up, and even like a 50 to lose it to your teammate is one of the best things you could do when you have no boost.
Definitely, and this game, even if they do lose it, as Sapphire scores another goal from him, even only 8 seconds into the game, even if Team Red go on to lose this series, which they might not, who knows, this will still be an incredible just experience gainer for them, playing the best team, stat-wise the best team in Academy, so we see it with main league players as well. We see main league players who were in main league for so long and then drop down to Academy like Matthias, players like him, and vice versa. We see players like Clark and Zazar who were in Academy League and went up to main league. That experience gained from playing these higher level teams and playing with these higher level players will really help them going forward.
Absolutely, yeah. The experience from it all is just, the best learning process is when you lose. You could always, learn from it. But it seems like Team Red did a really great job the first game. Game 2 went a little different. Let's see if this game they can turn some stuff around and focus on the task at hand, on how they can get great opportunities like this, as Palooza is ready for this pass, and they're starting to make a little turnaround in this next game.
Field's finally getting involved on defense, and they forced the miss from Cannoli, who was very awkward in it, and Palooza is, I think he's gotten, I don't know about most of the goals, or all the goals, but I think he's got most of the goals for his team. He's really stepping up for this team when he needs to be there. And that's an incredible first goal from them. They really need that to stay in the series, as it is 1-1, and they cannot let this game get out of hand. If they let them score a bunch of goals, it'll be really hard to play from a deficit.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great momentum starter for Team Red. Right now, Palooza is going to get some time with the ball. Tries to get around 2 defenders. He manages to, and now he's going to get just 1 defender left, but JR is going to be there. Pokes this one out. Tries to get a follow-up, but Fosterian's going to be there. You're going to get a little infield passing play as he takes this one. Cannoli's last back. Palooza gets a great dunk. If they could just put this one on net, it'll be in, but they just miss, as nobody is back there. The 4th man manages to save that one. And right now, JR has some time with the ball.
And we see the accuracy just failing Team Red. That was a open net on all standards. So they really need to start hitting those. But JR is hitting his open nets from the... the ball was popped up, and he actually banged that ball, almost top right corner. So JR really capitalized on mistakes, and that resets all the momentum that Team Red just got.
Yeah, very great capitalization, JR. Good awareness right there as he manages to get a touch around his own defender. So JR is ready as his ball's popped up. But now Palooza is going to try to send this one over to his teammate. JR is going to try to touch it himself, but misses. And now Fosterian is going to try to get a great 50 against Steele. Manages to, and this ball is going across the net, but now Swienard's going to bang this one on the backboard. Tries to get a touch around the team, but JR is there. Now he has some time with the ball. Something you don't want with JR to have, as he sets up Cannoli and almost gets past the last defender, but JR is going for the double tap. Sets up a teammate, but they're just going to take this one away.
And really just, Team Black really don't have to score here, and they're showing it. They are not scoring. They're just keeping the pressure up, keep taking boosts, keep giving Team Red no opportunities to take any chances. And JR has the ball now, popping the ball up in the air. Can he go for a follow-up? He's trying to go for a follow-up, but cannot make it. Low on boost. Now Fosterian booms the ball towards the net. Cannoli goes for it. Cannoli, an incredible shot from him. I think he actually jumped so early for this ball that nobody really expected. I didn't even expect him to hit this ball. This is an incredible hit from him. He jumped and read this perfectly and actually got the double touch and top cornered it. Steele was even in the net, and he shot it past him. That is an incredible play from Cannoli.
Yeah, incredible read, Cannoli. He did manage to get the pre-jump into the corner. Now he's sending one up for JR. JR is going to try to set himself up. Doesn't get the touch he wanted, but now Fosterian almost puts this one into the net. And now JR, with some time, as nobody's there, he gives it to Fosterian. Fosterian's going to try to take this one. It gets another touch, almost around the defender, but now Swienard leaves it for his teammate Palooza as the only guy trying to step up right now, and they need to figure out these last 2 minutes if they want to stay in the next match, figure out what they need to do, and try to keep the possession away from Team Black.
Like these players on Team Red definitely need to have a little bit more of a team-based playstyle. We see it in a lot of different teams where it's just one player trying to carry his entire team, which never really works out. It can maybe work out a couple times, but it never really works out because really, Rocket League is a 3v3 based game mode. And as we see that from Sapphire, and he got an incredible shot from the pass from Cannoli. But Rocket League is a 3v3 based game mode, so the intention is to have all three of your players performing at the same level of play. So if you're trying to have one player make up for the other player's lack of not lack of effort, but more lack of experience, then it really won't work out most of the time. So I think we need to see Paluzaz really get his team involved more on defense and offense.
Absolutely. Right now, Palooza has a chance to put this one in and still passing it over. They have to keep this one safe as he cuts off the pass from Fosterian trying to put the shot on. Swaynard's there is going to get this one away. Now, JR has some time with the ball, gets dunked by Paluzaz. Swaynard might have a chance to put this one on net, and he gets a great pinch out middle. If one defender is almost there, still gets the great 50 to put this deficit closer for them. As right now they're only down 2 with a minute left. Is plenty of time to come back. It looks like they are starting to work a little bit better as a team going forward into this next minute.
A great play from Seal. Really, I think this is his first goal in the series. So, best time to have a first goal in the series is right when you need goals. So, Seal with a really heads-up play from him to try and get his team into this game. And Paluzas has to get a save. He does not get the save, and all the momentum just swings right back to Team Black. And all that work for that goal is just put right back as JR shoots an aerial from the midfield, and Paluzas has not proper positioning to get to that ball, and he had to jump backwards, and really just, I think the aggression trying to just move the ball down the field, it actually hurts them, and then it gets scored on for it.
Yeah, it really does break your heart when you put in a lot of work, and then the opposing team just puts a shot on it from that far away, and nobody's back really to save that one, as Cannoli tries to send more pressure with nobody back there, and the lead is now 4. Yes, it's safe to say that that was the dagger in this game. Down 4, we got 50 seconds left. I've seen miracles happen, but I don't think the Team Red is going to have enough time to get back on this one.
I do not think so either. It would take a miracle for him to get back, but I think now it's just to take a reflection period on see, hey, what do we do right? What do we do wrong here? What caused us to get goals and what caused us to get scored on so many times? So, and definitely get some replay reviews and then get some coaching from our Havoc coaching, which for all Havoc Academy and main league players, we have coaching. You can get coaching from some of our incredible coaches here in Havoc, so they can do some replay reviews. They can really just use that as a learning experience, a learning tool, because this team still isn't out. They still have next week to try and qualify for that playoff place in the tournament to get so many more points. And now JR pops the ball mid to Pastafarian, who actually misses the open net. Tries to get a pass to Cannoli. Cannoli isn't there for it, and now this is basically a formality at this point, just padding the stats for both these teams. Now JR popping the ball mid, plays the ball up in the air. Pastafarian goes for a redirect, so Sweenward hits it, and now ball, 2 seconds left. Another goal for Team Black, maybe no goal for Team Black, and now